Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Okay, welcome to Rick's Corner. I have Eric Fleischman here, Eric the trainer. I have another guest from Nickelback called Mike named Mike KROEGER, like the gun, which is not a name of a gun. More like Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
But almost, he's much more handsome than Freddy Krueger. And he was telling me that he sees me at Patty's eating occasionally. The chances are you see me there probably every day. Because I create habits. When I go somewhere to eat, it becomes a habit because I can get my hamburger patty, my eggs, and my cottage cheese, and it keeps me on my diet.
Yeah, awesome. That place is really good for that.
It really is.
It really is.
I enjoy it. So let's talk a little bit about, first of all, your training and your gym is over in
Burbank, very close to the movie studios.
Okay.
It's near the Burbank airport, and it's a place where we train a lot of actors, a lot of singers, a lot of musicians, entertainers in general come there to get into great shape, to look and feel their best so they can do their art.
Yeah. It's very important to be in shape when you're in front of the public.
Absolutely.
There's no question about it. I had a guy just call me on the way over here. He's up in Northern California. He wants to be a wrestler, and of course she knows these stories about, well, I'm a little overweight right now, but I'm going to get into shape, but it's my dream, and I have a goal. And I said, do you know how hard it is to do this? You know how hard what you have to go through to become a wrestler? I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a champion. I said, well, the attitude's great.
Right.
But there's a lot of roadblocks along the way.
Right.
And it's the same thing with training and what you guys do. And you know, you've been in the music business a long time. You know how hard it is to get anywhere?
Yeah.
It's hard.
You do a lot of work for nothing.
A lot of work for nothing, and it's okay if you love it. I mean, I've done that in my life. I've done a lot of stuff for nothing. I still do lots for nothing because it's about putting your name out there and being seen for what you do.
Sure.
But you are really well known. People know you all over the world. I met you a few years ago, and I fell in love with you instantly.
Well, that's great news. We'd like to announce our engagement. You're invited to our wedding, and guess who's playing? This guy on the bass.
I'll be officiating.
Boom,
Yes.
boom, boom,
I'll be the rabbi.
Eric's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's always consistent, always happy, always in a good mood, and has a wonderful outlook on life, and it reflects on the people that he trains, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. So let's talk a little bit about how you have him on a program, what he's doing.
Well,
Yeah, I'd like to know, what am I doing?
I'm not
You're
sure what he's
sitting here
doing.
with me, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. But my training program is it's all here.
When it comes to working with artists, we try to help them in 3 separate ways. We help them change their diet, we help them exercise in a way that actually brings out the best in them, and we demand that they sleep, because sleep is when all physical change occurs. And a lot of artists aren't aware. A lot of artists believe that their biggest time of creativity is at night, so that they end up staying up late at night. They call themselves night owls, and then they're exhausted during the day, and then they're wide awake at night, and it throws them off not only to society's normal schedule, but also from a health and fitness perspective. If the only time your body can change is when you're asleep, and you're looking for a physical transformation into something that's noticeably better than you are, then we need to embrace sleep. And so we sort of teach them about the importance of sleep. And what I'm most obsessed about is artists, whether you're an actor or a musician or even a chef. It's amazing when you're in great shape and you look and feel your best, how your artistry increases. And so our goal is to help artists get to the highest point of their expression through a healthy lifestyle.
I totally agree with that. And what I want to say is that your mind tells your body what to do, and your body's going to do what it's told to do.
Right.
You can go to the gym and lift 300 pounds one day and you feel great. You go the next day, you do 250, you can't do 300 because your mind failed on you.
Right.
And it's probably because you didn't get enough sleep.
Correct.
I know that for mild injuries I've had from wrestling, and I have days where I can hardly move. It's just painful. I didn't sleep well the night before. And then all of a sudden I'll get a night of full sleep, and I'll get up and I'll say, my God, I called you and I said, I feel so good today. She said, why? I said, I don't know, I got good 7 hours.
Right.
6-7 hours solid sleep, and nothing hurts.
Right.
I always vision these little guys around my body with little hammers and chisels, and they're going through my whole body, just repairing and putting stuff together, all while I'm sleeping. It's like a whole team down there.
Those guys work for us, actually.
Yeah.
We lend them to Rick.
And then when you get up in the morning, you look at your feet, you look at your legs and arms, and say, okay, everybody up. And you want them all to get up at the same time. You don't want to lag and have certain body parts laying in bed not moving.
Right.
So this is how it works. And you've been training with Eric how long?
Few months. How many months has it been? It's been four months.
It's
5
kind
months?
of a blur because our jokes are so good and he laughs so much that it went by like that. You know?
You have to have fun training.
We have a great time. I try to tackle him at least 3 or 4 times during the session.
least, yeah.
He'll find himself under a 250-pound man. No, we have a great time together.
Fun. So much
and
fun.
one of the things that we do at our place is we train musicians with actors, with chefs. We really mix it up. So it's not a one-on-one experience. It's more of a community experience. And so you have this extra motivation of other people people around you in a positive way, which drives the result like you would.
Like it was in the 70s.
That's right. I'm just modeling myself after what you guys did.
Yeah, everybody was a camaraderie. We all worked out together. We laughed, had fun. And when I trained, we just laughed and joked all day long.
Right.
But we were serious about the training.
Right.
You know, you still got your sets and reps in, but in between, there was like clowning around. People in the gyms today, where I go, at Gold's, they don't do that.
Why not?
Because they all have headsets on. They don't communicate.
Wow.
They're like in their own little world.
See that, yeah.
And it's really sad because there's a whole world to meet people out there.
I agree.
And the gym's probably the best place to meet somebody.
Right.
I'm not talking maybe a relationship, maybe not, but at least in business.
Right.
Or making good friends. I made one today that's a producer. A friend of mine is doing a horror film. I have a horror film script. And so we decided to talk about it. You know, you don't know where it's going to go.
Correct.
But if you're open to it and you communicate, and we were working calves together, and he had like 10 plates on, and I had a little 20. I said, I get just as much out of this as you out of those 10 plates. You have to be open to that.
Absolutely. Well, it's one of the last organic places that you can meet someone where the valet parker and the corporate executive and the celebrity are all on the same level. I love that.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's like being in a nudist camp.
Right.
Everybody's the same, somewhat.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, looking good for a nudist camp.
Yeah, right.
I just want to show your shortcomings. So what prompted you to go to the gym?
It was kind of a funny situation. I got invited to get on the Celebrity Sweat Show in the summer. It was like August in Chicago, and they were coming in, and I was injured real bad at that time. I had 3 herniated discs in my neck. I was drinking every day, and still trying to remain sort of looking like fit, but it wasn't working out because I couldn't train, I couldn't sleep, and I was drinking actually like to get through the shows.
No, I understand.
And drinking enough to sleep too. And when I met these guys, the video of me in that, I won't watch it because my head, I looks like I got stung by like a swarm of bees. Like, so fat. Like I look terrible. And looking back at it now, I don't even really recognize who that guy was. But anyway, when we did the interview with them and we talked about some things, and Billy Blanks was there also, and it was really fun and really nice interview. Great people. I really had a nice time, and it was nice to meet them. And then afterward, the natural sort of small talk happens of, well, where do you live? And I said, well, we just moved to Los Angeles. And they said, well, we have a gym in Los Angeles. You should come and train. I'm always up for new stuff. And as soon as I came in, I felt welcome. And I just love going there every day.
Well, look at this guy. He's the welcome committee.
It's the best.
There's no question in my mind. And he's got a great gym. But from doing this, it helps you physically, but it really helps you mentally.
A lot.
I think that's the key.
A lot. The gains you make physically improve your confidence, your emotional well-being. Yes. And coupled with the diet that we've worked on and the sleep that we've worked on, I've never felt better. And I wish I had started this.
Well, you look marvelous.
Thank you very much.
You're a 70-year-old man. This guy looks amazing. I mean, come on, senior citizens, check out this guy. His name is Mike.
What are you, 30?
You're right on. I love you. I'm moving in.
I have an extra bedroom. My daughter moved out. I get top rent for it. What's your diet like now?
Well,
besides patties.
I love patties.
Why don't you ever come and say hi to me?
I don't know. I don't like to really run up and bother people too much. And
you seem
so shy.
And you know what else? You're a little bit scary looking.
Am I by myself with a dog, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever see the lonely look on my face sitting like this?
A little bit.
No, that's the dog. That's the dog.
The dog's happy like this. I'm like this.
I thought I was more like a "don't fuck with me" face. That was more what I was seeing, like "don't come over here" kind of face. So,
well, the best thing about watching Rakita is, he sits down, he looks kind of serious. He gently removes his goatee, puts it on the table next to his cell phone, and when it rings, you don't know which one it is. Sometimes he picks up his goatee.
Well, the thing is with the goatee is I have an extra meal in there after I'm done, and then probably a dessert in my teeth.
That's why the dog likes you so much. Yeah, that's why the dog comes.
The dog, he eats part of my food.
Does he really?
Yeah. Well, I give him my toast.
Oh, that's nice.
See, I give him the carbs that I don't want to eat.
Right.
I don't give him the meat and the eggs and the cottage cheese.
Oh, that explains it.
He can use the carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he burns it off. He's out there playing ball right now.
Yeah, he is.
So,
but the diet. When I came in, I had been a vegetarian for many years. I've been a vegetarian for like 6.5 years. Yeah,
and that works for you.
Yeah, I'm making it work. I mean, I know that Eric would prefer if I was down in shit tons of beef because we would get probably more results.
I started sending him pictures of cows in bikinis like this, like, moo you, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating.
So what Eric introduced me to, so I came off meat a long time ago. I don't eat any animal flesh of any kind. And then
I hate when you say like flesh, that doesn't sound good.
Well, it's the beginning of my head.
I'm converting you right now.
Yeah.
But then I went to my cardiologist. I got a cardiologist because I'm 30. So you need one when you're 30. So I started going to the cardiologist, and the guy goes, your cholesterol's a little bit up, and you should not eat egg yolks or butter. And I was like, okay. And he said, you're a vegetarian. That's good. And so he got me started on that. So there's no meat. There's no egg yolks, and then Eric introduced me to a little thing we like to call egg white genocide.
Yes.
I am creating an egg white genocide. I'm going to clear the world of egg whites.
Do you want me to go against all this right now?
If you want to.
Please.
Here's the thing. When you meet a vegetarian who's not taking in any animal-based protein, and you convince them to eat egg whites, it's like the sun comes up in the morning and warms the entire gym because at least there's some animal-based protein represented.
Right.
I think an intense workout, the kind that you and I like, without animal-based protein can be very challenging.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm a vaginitarian.
Oh my! Good thing there's editing.
There's no, that's staying in. I need people to know that this is a situation that I tripped and fell into, and so I stayed there.
Your executive producer just fainted, and she's gorgeous.
Now, here's the thing with the egg yolks, and it can go both ways.
Right.
But for years, back in the days we were training, we ate a lot of egg yolks and avocado.
I love egg yolks.
Well, egg yolks have lecithin in them, and they burn body fat, and they don't get stored in cholesterol in your body or fat in your body like most people think. Now, my cardiologist says I can eat all the yolks I want. My cholesterol is like 180.
Awesome.
And so I've always ate it because it burns energy.
Right.
Butter, too, burns energy. But I take the carbs away, so I eat the fats and take away the carbs. You know how this works. And so that way the fat is not stored as fat in your body, but it's used as energy.
Right.
Now, if I eat carbs with that, the carbs are stored as fat, which I don't want.
Right.
So, yes, you can eat the yolks, and you can do that kind of stuff, and you can have the avocados. The egg is the perfect thing. Even Franco and I were talking about eating the full egg. It's the perfect meal.
It's my favorite food in the whole world.
Yeah. I mean, but if you're already on the roll with the whites, then do it.
I watched your diet video.
Okay.
Your diet video, and so I was ready for you to say all those things because I watched you say them all.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I researched it, and the thing about the dietary cholesterol versus serum cholesterol is an open question, I think, right now. And I actually threw that at my doc, and I just said, there's research on both sides that says that dietary cholesterol doesn't affect serum cholesterol. And he goes, all I know is that he said when I stopped eating egg yolks and butter, my cholesterol went down.
Probably.
So I said, okay then. That's not reading out of a book. That's not a prescription. That's his personal experience, and I respect the guy.
Yeah, no, I get that. My ex-wife had very high cholesterol, and it was just genetic. It had nothing to do with her diet. And I have a good cardiologist over in Beverly Hills, and I get checked like I'm going this coming month. My cholesterol is normal. My blood pressure is normal. I'm doing 6 to 9 eggs a day.
Awesome.
And I said to him one day, he says, well, I don't have anything to tell you. Go home. I said, there's nothing wrong with me? He says, nope. I said, no, there's got to be something wrong with me. He says, why? I said, I'm Jewish. I have to have something to complain about. I need one thing at least.
And you should have gone like this. Blood, locust, the slaying of the firstborn. That was a Passover joke.
That was my night last night.
Yeah. So if it works, it may not work for everybody, but it works for me.
Awesome.
Now, you train Ina, and Ina won't do the no-carb thing. She doesn't work for her.
Right.
But I'll tell you why. This is a little secret. You can ask her about it. She nibbles at chocolate at night. She brings out little treats for dessert. Come on, Rick, I got this from Jackie. Let's share this. Let's share this. I said, I don't want that. She said, yeah, but it tastes good. And I said, this is why it doesn't work for you.
Right.
You're going to stay on no carbs. You can't do this at night. Dark chocolate's good for you. Oh, look, I had these mints. Oh, I got these little wafers. We'll put them with tea. And I start doing that, and I start feeling like, oh, shit, man. I've got 6 abs down to 1. So it doesn't work for people who don't want it to work.
Right.
You got to want it to work.
Absolutely.
And and people said to us back in the day, what about cardio? And then someone disputed me on this. We didn't have cardio. We didn't have cardio machines. We didn't have treadmills or bikes, any of that stuff. It was all diet. It was low carbs.
Right.
But then we ate fats with the protein, and we used that as energy. And my waist was this big.
Right.
I didn't have to do any cardio.
Right.
And like Franco said, you want cardio, just lift weights, but lift them faster.
Right. I mean, you guys, when you guys would work out, you were out of breath afterwards after a big set.
Yeah, and heavy. And even Diamond Dallas Page has this It's Not Your Mama's Workout Yoga.
Right.
And he showed me, he did this thing overhead where he held it for like 3 minutes and his heart rate just shot right up through the roof.
Wow.
Because he was straining so hard, and that burns calories.
So cool.
And also gets your heart rate up.
Absolutely.
What you're trying to do with cardio. So there's 2 ways to look at it. You can ride the bike. I can ride the bike for 20 minutes and it says 42 calories. Oh my God, it's 1 chocolate chip cookie.
That is really not a good use of time. It is not. No,
it's not. I do it to warm my knees up, and that's it. And then I have some conversation. Then I go and I work out, which I never used to do like that. But the cardio comes from supersets, in little, not heavy weight, but moderate weight, good weight that you can strain with a little bit,
right,
and nonstop. And then I find myself like being much leaner.
Fantastic.
Well, we don't do any cardio.
We really don't.
And I'm off 20 pounds in about 4 months.
Yeah, you restructured your diet. And
4 inches off the waist.
Yeah.
I don't know how many inches I got on the chest.
Yeah.
But it's, and no cardio.
Yeah.
We're looking for a huge contrast between small waist and broad shoulders with this guy.
That's the perfect build.
Yeah.
That's the perfect 40s, 50s, and 60s.
That's right.
70s, right?
I know, man.
They used to say, so wide shoulders and a small waist, and the guy in a suit was tapered down. You remember the old guys in the 40s and 50s when they wore a suit?
Yep.
It was extra wide in the shoulders and small in the waist. They looked like they couldn't even walk through a door without turning sideways. But that was the look people wanted. They wanted that look.
Right.
Today, it's just wide shoulders, wide waist.
Right.
For all the major bodybuilders, they just got too blocky looking.
Yeah. They kind of lost sight of why they were there,
I think so.
I mean, back in your day, which I respect the most, the guys that were in the best shape, women wanted to date them and other men wanted to look like them. And it's just not true with today's bodybuilders. And so we try to harken back to your day and create small waist, broad shoulders, sharp jawline to give this guy the confidence to play in front of 100,000 people.
That's right.
I mean, he's a bass player. So
yes, he is.
It's his instrument that makes people feel things.
And if you go out with him, there's no strings attached.
And
on that note, I get it. I mean, I played in the band all through the late 50s and early 60s. In high school, when you can make money, we played for the dances after the games, the proms. We got to deal with Capitol Records in the 60s, played the Hollywood Bowl, Gazzarri's, and then Vegas. And I thought this was going to be my thing. And then I made a left turn into bodybuilding and won some shows, and then into pro wrestling, and still had my stuff and still play. But I found a place where I really wanted to be, because back then it went to that heavy metal rock, which I just couldn't handle myself.
Right.
I'm a Chet Atkins guy.
Okay.
That's cool.
And this is the kind of music I like. But you could make money back then.
Right.
And even when I was wrestling, I'd wrestle 5 or 6 nights a week locally, and I'd make myself 30, 40, 50 bucks, 150 on a night, which was good money back then.
Yeah.
I saw my contracts, and I'm cleaning out my garage, getting all my old historical stuff. I think I told you about that, from bodybuilding and wrestling. I got 50 years of 800,000 photos out there.
Wow.
And I found my contracts from the high schools back in the day, working for the YMCA, working for Parks and Recreation. We're paying your band, there's 4 of you guys, 150 for the night. That's a lot of money back then in 1957, 58.
Right.
I mean, you go to the movies for a quarter.
That's crazy.
Gas was 19 cents a gallon. A burger was 25 cents.
I've got a DeLorean outside. You want to go back and check it out?
But that's when I bought that guitar I showed you for 400 bucks, which is a fortune.
That's expensive.
In those days.
Yeah.
But I earned the money and I bought it.
Awesome.
Then I made 400 on my bar mitzvah that I kept for almost ever.
See that? That's what you're missing, man. You could have made the big bucks if you only embraced Judaism.
I know. It's not too late.
Yeah.
I bought a 1950 Mercury with that.
No way.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of put that money into things that would kind of I could just move them around and flip them for something else.
Awesome.
But the weight training, you get the bug, and I got the bug, and you got the bug, and it's something you just don't ever want to give up.
Right.
I don't like missing workouts. I feel like crap when I do.
Right.
And so I don't. I even train Sundays if it's not just a little like a circuit thing, just to do something.
Right.
But something I want to talk about is sugar.
Okay.
You eat sugar?
No.
No, me neither. But asking about this, last week she says, let's get the chocolate lava cake for dessert. We're out in the marina. I said, I don't want it. She said, oh no, come on, let's share it. It's only Saturday night. All right, took 3 or 4 bites, and by the next morning I woke up, my eyes were swollen, and I felt like I could not even move.
No.
Wow.
I had like a hangover from sugar. Cool. And I've had this happen before. I was so lethargic I didn't want to do anything.
Oof.
It's a poison.
It really is.
Yeah, and when my boys were smaller, we used to get donuts on Saturday night. We call it a donut run and watch a movie, and they eat 2 apple fritters. The same thing happened.
The next day you feel sluggish.
Terrible.
Wow.
Right.
Terrible. It depletes the body.
Oh, yeah. And corn syrup is in nearly everything now.
Yeah.
And so people are secretly getting sugar when they don't even realize it.
You're getting it from ketchup and peanut butter.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm a peanut butter freak. I love peanut butter.
Oh, wow.
Peanut butter and matzo.
Now you're speaking his
Yeah,
language.
right. I'm getting
No, I
matzo
love peanut
crazy.
butter and matzo. It's a great, but that can constipate you. So you got to take fiber with it. You got to get matzo with fiber. But peanut butter, I mean, it's like to me, it just I love it. But it does have sugar.
It really does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And if I go out, if I get pancakes like the Firehouse, which I like, I get the sugar-free syrup.
Good idea.
And then someone say, "Oh, well, it's got chemicals." So what? You don't get fat from chemicals.
Right.
You get fat from sugar. Chemicals will cause another problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I don't remember where I am. So your band is doing very well.
Yeah, things are going good. We're having a good run.
You always do.
Yeah, it's going well.
And where are you going next with it?
We begin in Europe in April or start of May. We start playing shows. We do rehearsals in Europe.
So I won't be seeing you at Patty's anymore.
Not as of the end of April, no. So
9
we'll have
weeks.
to get as many egg white omelets in together as we can.
You'll come say hi to me next time?
Absolutely.
You can even come sit with me.
Ooh,
That would be awesome.
As long as you have your dog friend with you, I'm there.
Ozzy usually goes with me.
Yeah.
He goes. He likes it. They all like him there. He's like he goes to the gym with me and he walks around. Everybody knows him. And he gets all the young girls and all the old girls. And they scratch his belly and I tell him he likes it a little bit lower if you don't mind. And I said, when you're done with him, I'm going to lay over here and I'm next. And you can start lower and work up to my belly. But he's a good boy. He's fun to be with. It's so nice to have you here. I really appreciate you guys coming, taking time out of your busy day.
Absolutely.
And it kind of woke me up because I was falling asleep at the sink over there. No. And you got anything going on where you're going traveling again?
I'm actually hosting a big bodybuilding competition in Reno on the 7th, which is coming up very quickly, called the NPC Motherload. It has an old steamboat circus theme, so I'm dressing up as a ringmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be a great time.
Did I see you in that outfit in a photo recently?
You might have.
I think I did.
You might have. It's going to be a blast, and we just feel lucky to get out there and spend time with bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts because we love it. It's our life.
I know. And you know I'm there for you if you ever need me at my age.
I need you, man. I need you.
You know.
He's hired. You heard it here first. He's hired. We'd
I'm
love
the
for you to
witness.
come to our gym, spend time with us, be part of our team. We would love it.
I want to mention that Rich Gaspari and I started a business together.
Okay.
So it's called VintageMuscleUSA.com.
Awesome.
And it's all the tank top t-shirts and sweatshirts with all my Gold's Gym logo and my signature on it.
Oh, great.
And that's coming out this month. It's VintageMuscleUSA.com.
Awesome. Well, if you have them here, I'd like to buy one right now.
Well, I don't, but I'll
Okay.
get some. And I'll also offer the Gold's Gym logo, as you guys know, with signed by me. I draw it and I send it out, so it's on my website, rickdrasin.com. If people want to meet you soon or find you on the internet, where can they find you?
They can find us on Nickelback.com.
That's as
Simple
easy
as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're,
EricTheTrainer.com.
Yeah.
EricTheTrainer.com.
I still think about that little book you made with the little scan things.
Oh, yeah.
I saved that and I downloaded one of those little things to see if I could ever use it for something.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't yet.
Okay.
But I will.
Fantastic.
All right. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was
And thank all of you for watching Rick's Corner. And stay tuned next because I have other guests of all different types of fields and locations that are coming on to join us to share their time, their experience, and their life with you.
Ow, ow.
See you guys next time. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
It's Rick Drasin. He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.